as well. I mean, that's a problem with most people think they have leads and they put it into this database and they've never talked to anybody. That's really not a good database. So, and then you want to start labeling your database too. I'm getting off this a little bit, but you want to start labeling them A, B, C, and D. If they're sending you a lot of referrals, make sure that you're sending, as soon as you get a name, send them a coffee card for Starbucks. Thanks for giving my name. Then if it goes further and they go into contract, say, I found John Smith a home. Thanks, send another coffee card. Then when you close, I follow up with a nice gift. So, I mean, those are just little important things. But that's another system. So you have to have systems in place. When you have these systems and you know, okay, well, I got a referral, this is what I do when I get a referral. Bang, 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 bang. That's why everything has to be a system in this business. You can't just wing it. So you got to have, so if you were going to give your business to somebody, here's the checklist. Okay, somebody does this is what you need to do. So you got to kind of think of this like everything in your business has a system, and create those systems and checklists and put them in place. So remember, if they say no, you must say next. Some people just are miserable, and some people you don't want to be, you don't want to follow up with. They're just people out there that just won't smile. They're going to ignore it. So you know what? It happens. Get over it. They could have another relationship. They could be a realtor themselves. They're just looking at what you're doing. So, you just got to realize, hey, not everybody's going to be friendly. Not everyone is going to like me. And
moving to Florida, I realized that I'm from Ohio, so regardless if we don't want your help or not, we're still nice.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I'm in Florida.
People here are so cutthroat.
They-
I'm like, geez,
They
like,
say that
okay,
New Yorkers
you
are
know.
bad, Floridians.
Oh my
Yep.
God, yes.
At
Well,
least
ex New Yorkers.
But New Yorkers
A
A lot
say
of us
good.
too many ex New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least they talk to you, say good morning, and have neighbors that.
Yes. I force
been
my
there in the same
neighbors to
place.
speak to
I
me.
think it's so many
Yeah.
people get solicited here that it kind of gets on
That's
your
what
nerves
it
after a
is.
while. It's just like anything else. Like, being a realtor, I think that we get more calls than anybody else. And there's just no being nice sometimes. I mean, especially when they call and they hang up the solicitors and they call back and you're with a client and you're like, hello? And they're like, oh, would you like to buy some folders? It's like, really, dude?
Yeah.
It's like, they keep calling and calling. So you got to know, like, sometimes if you got to kind of feel the people, pull back a little, keep being nice. Hey, if it doesn't work, you did. Sometimes people warm up, they just, usually the ones with the thickest skin are the easiest when you get to know them, and they're
Sure.
usually the best. So when you meet someone like that, realize, hey, if I get through that wall, I probably got a client here. So anyway, looker is not currently ready to buy. If they're just looking, we're going to go back into that. Then you're going to ask them, when do you think you'll be ready? 2 to 12 months. So what's important about waiting 2 to 12 months? So listen to what they say. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. They may be in a lease. They might be able to break their lease. You might be able to say, hey, sometimes you can pay 2 months and get out of the lease if you find something really special. Have you ever considered doing that? See if you can make a sale, or if that doesn't work, then say, well, we stay in touch, and I have information from time to time I send out for people that will help them in the future, and then I'd like to stay in touch with you. And then I'm sure they will say yes if they have it. And that's really kind of a good person, because if you've done that and you've created a relationship, then you're going to create loyalty. And then, so then basically this is what you're going to do, is get them onto the criteria sheet. And then the follow-up dialogue, this is what you do after when they sign up and you want to follow up with them. You say, hi, this is Suzanne with RE/MAX. Did I catch you at a good time? And if they say no, whatever, just say, okay, I'll try you back later. Because sometimes it just isn't a good time. I mean, you guys know you have bags of groceries, and then somebody calls you, it's like, really? It's like, so, I mean, then they may hit you at the right time and you're like ready to talk. So if they did say yes, then first let me say I really enjoyed meeting you at the open house on Saturday, and I was wondering if you had any further questions about the home. And then they say no. Did you see any other homes over the weekend that you'd like to know more about? And did you have an opportunity to fill out the criteria sheet, and did it help you? So you're going to hand them the criteria sheet at the open house to give them a little bit of something when they leave. And as I recall, you said you were about 12 months away from buying. Is that still accurate? And then if they say no, then, whatever it is. So that's going to be your follow-up dialogue. And once the time frame has been established, you're going to try to get them into the office meeting. Now, this is what they said with the register. This is the open house register that was provided in your packet. It basically asks if they have a house to sell, which is awesome. And if they're gonna be buying, and then meeting date, so this is what you're gonna have them register on. So it's gonna give you some information, it's not just like, put your name down, you know, I mean, like most agents just say, please put your name down, so they put a name down. No, you're gonna ask them, are you looking to buy, when, how long, how many months, and
Is
you're
it
gonna-
both forms you have them fill out or just one?
No, you're gonna have, this is gonna be on the table as the register. So you're gonna have this on there. This is the register.
Page one.
I guess they want you to do that. See, I would just have this.
Yeah, because
Just have
why
one.
have
I would just
both?
have one. Now I also have one that I'm gonna pass out too. So this is what I usually use. So it really depends on what you like or what you feel comfortable with. Oh, I'm sorry. So I usually have them tell them to do this. I usually ask them to fill out guess the final sale price. I say, you know, tell them that what I do is whoever gets the
yes.
closest to the sale price, I give a $100 gift certificate. So if you fill this out, and then I have all the questions here. So I mean, I like all of them. Everything is good. But this is good because they think they're gonna win something. So always people register when they're gonna win something. And then, yeah, so that's what I usually do. I always, it has in there, do you have a home to sell? And then it also goes one step further, would you like me to give the CMA? Because as you know, I like listings more than anything. So, I mean, that's what basically what I'm at an open house. And you would be surprised when you're in the upper price range, how many people have a house that they wanna sell and move up. You'll be shocked. So without asking those questions, you get a lot of listings through doing these too. So it's just doing them and doing them correctly. Now this is the open house follow-up notes. It gives you the 2 notes to send out, or you get 2 different things. One's if you have set an appointment for them to meet, or just to say thank you for coming. And then this is just the different sheet that gives characteristics of my new home. And they want you to put you need, you want, or it's undesirable. So they go through here, and then it gives you a good idea on exactly what they're looking for and what their hot buttons are.
So you let them fill this out as they're walking through the house?
Well, give it to them and ask them if they filled it up. It said that you can just hand it to them. If they're spending more time, I would give it to everybody and say, hey, this might help you on your
And
new
this is
home.
only, now if they walk in with a realtor, do you give them this? No,
If they walk in,
no, only if they come
only if they're,
off the
only,
streets.
if they had a realtor by themselves, they had a realtor but the realtor isn't present, yes.
Okay,
But then I would do it. Now, the only thing I don't see on there is a pool. So hopefully,
and you know what I
it'll be
don't
easy
see on
to
the
edit. So you can use these forms and edit them to make them better.
Oh, it's
it
there.
does have
Just
it.
swimming pool instead.
This doesn't have their email.
I don't see it on
This is
there,
not.
but it's on
Oh, it's on the yours.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
yeah.
So it's there. Okay.
This
so-
doesn't have an email address, you need to add that,
Okay.
that's important.
Yep. We'll definitely do that. Oh, on this one, guess mine does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yours does, theirs
That,
doesn't.
just not on that. Well, see, this is what you're gonna do separately, because the other form will be something just that they're gonna be giving to you after, giving back to you, so you should already have that information.
Okay.
So, basically that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just like I said, it's all about the systems.
Do it
It's all
Sunday.
about, I think that this gives you a complete system on what to do. If you can make it better. I mean, add to the system, if you wanna add to the system. There's always room to make things even better.
I'm doing
So-
an open house this Sunday and I'm gonna
Perfect.
try to.
Go
work
knock
this
on the
in.
doors, and don't forget to, when you do it, bring a flyer,
Can you-
Frida. When you go and talk to the people, bring a flyer and just let them know, do the script, go to 50 doors, break it down, go to like 10. I know it's really hot, thank God in a few more months we'll have nice
Oh,
weather.
God, yes.
So it's gonna be really great that, you can get out in the neighborhood in the morning and be comfortable, and if you're gonna go out early. Cause you
Another
don't wanna be all
question I
sweaty.
I always put out a sheet about the house.
Yes,
The open house.
they said that,
do.
that was included, the MLS sheet, the
Demo.
tax roll.
Okay.
Current, I would bring, like they said, active properties that are available in
And
the
current
area.
sales.
And I would even, a lot of times when people come into properties, they are not in that price range. Usually they're under.
Always.
Not many times are they over. Usually they come in when they're calling on a sign, it's under. So I would bring something a little bit less expensive too, and see where they're gonna lie. I would do some research on what's going on in the area. So if you know that they'll say that they're gonna be buying something in Parkland, know what's out there in Parkland. So in that price range and under. like, I mean, I would bring every property, but just go through the properties, see what you think might be a good switch property, because, you know, you could have 10 good properties in mind and try to just get them into a property. They might not have seen it, so it's a perfect opportunity to make a quick sale.
What about,
Can I have the
They can
address? And I don't need her, I just
know
wanna
that
go in and see
somebody's
what exactly what
having
you do, because
lunch,
I've.
Oh, okay.
Are you
Okay, broker opens.
She was like,
what do you
yes.
think
Give me
about
business card?
Sure.
Broker opens are good. I think that they're
text you the
successful.
Okay.
It's very
What time
good. The
you
sellers
gonna
love them. So I think that they're, you know, they're really good.
The,
Sometimes
MLS.
people do
Is
find,
that your
you know, in the
listing?
upper end, I would
Okay.
do it like
The
maybe,
MLS you put,
400,000 and up.
is it on
but not
the
cheap houses.
on the street?
No,
Street?
it's 1976, I think it is. I don't remember the address. It's back there. It's on a canal backs to Margate.
That should be
Okay.
good.
I can't sell that house.
Talk about, okay, if
Why?
it's your listing or not your listing, and you wanna do an open house, you should talk to agents
Yes.
here that have
That's what I was gonna do,
listings.
yes.
Because if you don't have
Absolutely.
listings, you can't do an open house. But sometimes you can do an open house on a friend realtor, make relationships with realtors in other parts. I have a friend that, he's not a realtor, he's an investor, his wife is a realtor.
Hmm.
So I said, can I use your home to do an open house?
And investors love it.
Yeah,
So anytime you see something with an
And-
investor, a lot of times they do allow it.
yeah, so he rehabbed it, it looked great. I
Yep.
didn't get a buyer for it, but I got a buyer to buy something else.
Excellent
You know,
point.
so, you know. it's
I was
not
thinking about that
just-
for sale by owners too. We probably can let them know we can host an open house for them and
Yes.
get the exposure
Yep.
that they need.
And we've done that before and got the listing, so I've
Yeah.
done that, I've tried that and it worked.
That-
You could do an
As long
open
as they
house
pay you.
without,
Right.
You have
Yeah.
to agree.
Oh, actually, you
You
know,
have that
because your
agreement
wife was
form?
asking me about that, it's in app files.
It's there now?
It's, it was always there, it was under commission, it's under commission agreement.
okay, then.
So there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
commission agreement in there
Okay.
that if you, but you just file with the buyer's name with the client. So It's
I have a
definitely in
question.
there.
So explain to me how that works if you're like you're gonna do an open house and you're gonna do it like what you said to partner up. How does that work to partner up?
Well, you would just share the leads coming in. Just say like
Okay.
the first up is
Yeah.
1, second up is 2. To get into doing that, you want to go into something where you're going to have a lot of traffic. You're going to get a lot of traffic out west. That's probably some of the best traffic. I mean, Coral Springs are good. Like in the upper ranges, I think that you get a lot more traffic for some reason. It just is like that. Like if you go to into where Wyndham Lakes, like what Laura does, you get a lot of people through those houses. You did it, didn't you, Frida? There.
I've done that, she's
Yeah.
done that too.
They have you get a lot of people looking. So you know, you want to get into an area where you're going to have it. Now you don't even if you're doing 2 open houses, you could do them more during the week too. It doesn't say like if you have a vacant house that you like and it's close to a school where the parents are picking up kids, wonderful opportunity. So you know you got to just kind of think out of the box. It doesn't have to be Sunday from 1 to 4. It could be any time.
Where do you recommend advertising open houses?
You could do it on Zillow. You could do it through MLS. I just think the signs are probably the best, and I think at telling the neighbors. I mean, that's really
that's helped us.
to me, like if I do an open house, I just like listings. So I would like to use it as I mean, you're going to get buyers, but my focus always is listings
Listings,
because
right.
listings are
I love
the
listings.
best. Everybody loves.
I love
I mean, there's
listings.
nothing better. So to me, I'm going to focus my efforts on things that I think will bring in other sellers. That's why I like the idea of going out in the neighborhood, invite the neighbors. It's a very easy way to say hello to people, invite them. That's why I would have the beverages because I would want to try to get the conversation. I mean, it's very easy to get a listing from another, especially in the higher ranges. It's really, really good. Like if you have something around 800,000 or something out in Parkland, that's like I've done that with out there, and it's amazing how many neighbors come. Neighbors love to go to neighbors' houses.
Yes.
I mean, it's in all price ranges, but I just think it's a little better in the upper end. I don't think that people could probably qualify that high, but they like to see houses that are beautiful. And that's why that you have 30 people through because the house is more money. Vacant houses to me are the best. Bring a chair. I just think that they're easy. You don't have to worry about security. Also, one other quick note, if there's anybody that has any jewelry or anything, tell them to put all valuables away because there's no guarantee if you have multiple people. So, people can take and stuff like that. So,
Have you seen in the news now that, well, not here in Florida, but I don't know in what state, they're going to open houses to steal meds, the medicine.
Oh, yes, I heard that too.
Yes.
Actually, they're even doing that on showings. So be careful. A lot of
Yeah.
people are very addicted to prescriptions. So when they want to go into somebody's medicine, like into the bathrooms, into the master bedroom, be careful, you know? Look at who you're dealing with. I mean, you know, really, because people are very, I think it's more, right now, people are more addicted to prescriptions than they are just regular drugs. It's crazy.
Right,
The doctors
yeah.
are prescribing them, and they know, you know,
But
they're
mo-
looking.
Most importantly, watch for your own safety, just make sure that you
Absolutely.
have a good exit plan.
And
Or
get,
if something happens and
Yep.
carry a
Gun.
spray. And if
Get,
you're
you
in-
can get, well, you can. I have mine.
I could imagine Suzanne wearing
Concealed,
one.
concealed
I'm
license.
trying to get my husband to sit with me.
I think it's very important
Yeah.
today. I don't think it's, I mean, I think that everybody should have a concealed, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you have it, and if you need to use it, you need to know how to use it.
I think that's why
You
we
never
kind of
know.
team together in Ohio, because like we
Teaming
like
is better.
team up with,
Yeah.
for example, Laura has a lot of listings. So I'm like, hey Laura, I know you don't want to do none of your open houses probably.
No.
We'll do them for you, and then what we did, we'll actually start splitting the leads in between us, and it really works. I've gotten on fire and stuff like too.
I feel so uncomfortable
Easy.
because it's,
Yeah.
you know,
Because
that
people are on
you
magic.
cannot see, so
You get
I
worried.
call my boyfriend.
Yeah.
It was so
But it's
funny,
safe,
I called my
easier.
boyfriend because it was close to my house, and there was another realtor that came at the same time that he came, so I was showing her and blah blah blah, and she approached to me and she asked me, excuse me, who's the guy with the attitude? And I thought, no, it's my boyfriend. He's,
Oh.
no, I was concerned about you, I just wanted to make sure that you.
Mm.
It was
Yeah.
That
very
was
weird
nice.
floor plan. It was very weird.
Yeah.
So
You
I-
have
and sometimes
walls
I don't
that
feel comfortable.
hide, you have walls that are
Mhm.
hidden and you can't see, and it gets scary
It does
You try to
sometimes.
close
And
them.
another thing too, another note, if you're taking people out, it's not a bad idea to make a copy of their driver's license, because it will kind of keep them from doing anything. Just say it's part of our company policy, we need to have a driver's license.
I try to keep them in their own
It's very
car now.
smart.
I try not to make them, let them come with
That's the
me
other
anymore in my car. Follow me.
No, I like following too.
I never lose you. I've never lost a client
No.
yet. Just follow me. And they follow me and that's,
People
unless
like
it's
that
a
too
friend or
sometimes.
somebody you know,
Yeah,
then it's something
Or
else.
you've got.
I think everybody pretty much has people follow them today.
I mean, I
think it's
had
good.
built a relationship and talked to the lady multiple times.
Yes.
Then I said,
Now
okay, you want to write
I'll
with me there, just so that we're on, one page. Plus, I know our conversation in the car wasn't going to be awkward because we
Exactly.
had so much to talk about.
What
Perfect.
time do you think an open house works the best?
On what
I, well, it's probably, I think Sunday is the best day.
Yeah.
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon, from 2 to 5 or 1 to
Yes.
4.
Really, not
Yes.
12?
12 to 3, I think a little bit later, because I think that people have
The
lunch.
Church.
Yes.
And
So
church.
1 to 2, because like I said, I'm gonna do it this week, this Sunday.
Yeah.
Do it completely different and see.
Yeah.
If you get a lot of
How it
people, my suggestion
I
is
know.
don't make it rigid. I mean, if you're getting a ton of people through, stay till 5, it's another hour to
Yeah,
get a
okay, so
client,
like
you know?
Most people that I
I'd
know
say
is
1 to
so
4, and then
nice.
if you're doing amazing and there's a lot of people, stay.
Oh, yeah, I
That's what I
always
do,
tell them I'll
um,
stay. I'll
open
call
houses.
you when I want you.
I
to
love it
come
when
back.
people at like 3:59 they have the. Yeah, it's like, well, unless it's really bad.
An open
Or at
house
least
for
one
a
area
house
Oh, you do?
is different than for an apartment building, right?
Sometimes I
How do you do
No.
it?
No, it's just not easy sometimes. They don't let you do it.
Right.
So you gotta
Right.
confirm with the association because if
I
they give you a
never
hard
did
time.
one for condos.
Now I have one client that wanted me to do it and I hate them. So I was like, oh my God, now I'm not doing, the association said no way.
No,
So it's
I
like,
don't
thank
do
God.
condos. I don't even, I
Condos
tell
are
them right
so
away.
ridiculous. I mean, really, what can
They
you do?
really
It's
are.
like,
I tell them
Yeah.
point
it was a
blank, I
high
don't do
security
it.
building. It was weird.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't want people roaming around the building. They
That's
can get
right.
deviate and go another floor.
Right, but
and
if they
someone
get in
can-
at the gate, that's it, they're in.
Homeowners
That's
don't want
true.
that in condos.
Nah.
No.
See, and if, you know what, if this is something you try and you like, then start doing them regularly. If it's something that you don't like, then find another system to put
It's
in your
not a
business.
hard thing, and
It's easy.
also, if you wanna do it, there's people in the office that have so many listings, like Laura, that are willing to give you an open house any day of the week.
You already know I'm going to be asking.
I should have a good one in Parkland for 400 in Parkland Golf and Tennis. It's gonna be amazing with a 2-car garage. But the tenant's moving out, so that would be a vacant, and then that'll be a good one to do. So I'll keep you
Okay,
posted.
you'll
Yeah.
see,
I
yeah.
mean, I have some listings, but people are living there. I don't like it when people live there.
I don't either.
And there's dogs.
I mean, I probably have to do one in the one that I have in the hills, so, because he's my past client.
Well, I'm doing this one, that's my listing in Ramblewood, it's my second open house already, but they will not let anybody else do it except for me.
Yeah,
You're my realtor, you're the one that I want,
Right.
and they get like that. And then I have to work it out with them with their time, because they've got 2 big dogs.
yeah.
Mm.
So
that's
it
what
makes
pets
it
is the problem.
complicated.
Pets
I
are
have one
hard.
in Boca, they have 3 cats, I'm allergic to cats, so.
Oh, no.
No, you can't do
I'm
that
not
either.
doing it.
No. Well, it's easy to talk people out of open house
People
too,
want
because a
it.
lot of people want it, but you can just say, hey, with security reasons, I suggest that you don't when you live in there. It's good for vacant properties. And then a lot of people are thinking about it and they're like, because when you really think about it, an open house is great for realtors, but it's really not good for a client. The
Client.
chances of them selling the property is so slim.
Well, that's
Right.
what I tell some of my
They all think that
clients.
it'll sell that way, they all
It
think.
It
doesn't,
never
yeah,
does.
they all
Benefits
think.
us, they think it is, but.
But then I tell them, you
It's
know
very
what,
slim.
this is for me, I'm sitting here doing your open house hoping I get buyers.
Yes.
Because if they're not interested in your house, I'm
Yeah.
taking them out to
Right.
something else, I tell them. So you know what, I'm not selling your house that quickly through an open house.
There is an R form that shows how it's like less than 1%
You
of the
know what,
houses.
don't
it's
tell
good.
them that, make them think that you're working hard for them.
So you can get some
Yeah.
leads.
You know what you
Tell
can
them that
do
it's
is just
another
show
thing
them.
I'm doing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Right,
I
it's
mean,
another favor.
it's good for you, honestly. I mean,
Oh, it
it
is.
just don't,
It
you don't
is.
have to tell them that, but
Yeah.
the whole thing is that you, if you want to get out of it,
You can.
then you can tell them that, you know. But if you
Right.
want to, sometimes you want to do them. I mean, hey, if you have a good chance of selling the house, if you just list it and you know it's going to be a hot property, my suggestion is do an open house before
Let somebody
anyone
else
gets
to
in
do
it.
for you.
Yeah,
You don't wanna-
they
Yeah,
don't wanna let
exactly.
anybody do
Plus,
it.
I thought, I realized when I actually got a couple of prospects that way, the initial call of calling and follow up with them was so easy because I felt like I kind of already knew them because I
Yeah,
talked to
you
them
saw
for a while.
Yeah.
So everything was so smooth, the whole process versus, oh, I'm anxiety. I'm gonna call this person. I never
Exactly.
talk to them and know what they're gonna do or say.
Yeah,
I like it
because
like
you
that.
have a rapport built,
Yes,
and that's an easier call for sure.
yes.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you guys
Can I-
so
Can I
much.
get an extra copy for
Sure,
Robin?
absolutely.
Thank you.
Very,
Yeah,
very
okay.
important.
Vanessa, she's not here?
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, these classes are really good. I'm really happy with them.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
continue. There's like,
Okay.
I think, I'm gonna try to get them all done by the end of the year, and then I'll revisit them maybe once a month, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
'cause I was
be
on
doubling
top of
them
her
up, because I
anyways
want you
today.
guys to get the
No,
information
And
for
you
each
guys,
year.
both
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So you have all the
You're
systems,
supposed to be talking
because
to her
they're
though,
all
right?
really
Yeah,
good.
too, I don't know, let's
And,
see what she said.
Okay, guys, and then,
She told me
another thing too
10:30.
is if you can't make a meeting, I do have the copies online. So I will be recording all sessions.
Great.
Okay, guys, have a great
All
day,
right,
make
thanks
money.
for that. Thank you.
The only
Okay, my pleasure.
Bye.
Inspection right now. We finished the meeting, so. I was
Absolutely.
I love your shoes, Suzanne.
Thank you.
Those are nice.